We are in a tie match at the drop. Double
Oh.
gen pop to avoid the deadlock. They do go down. There is a haste status effect. They do have to be careful here. The hatch is going to spawn momentarily. Deadhard could get them the distance to get it too. Smart shot.
Really smart play on the ace. Oh my god, getting shot through the window.
No longer have distortion, and they are going to teleport here. I think they get there in time. Yes!
Oh, the grab. Yes! That is disappointing.
This is be a 4-man out because
Yeah, but they will be able to
Oh,
block
yeah.
this. Yo, getting caught on that. Ace coming with the body
my
block.
God.
Oh, they were here. Welcome back, everybody, to Chance of the Fog. Didn't think you'd see me on a Sunday, but I'm your host, littlerugaard, subbing in for Guildspire, and joining me today on co-host is none other than Jukebox. Welcome back. How are you feeling today, sir?
Hello, I'm feeling great. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, honestly. Like, I woke up, I got well rested, I'm here. Like, I'm probably the only person in my family that doesn't have COVID currently, so I'm doing great.
Oh, no.
And even though that's a great thing, we have another great matchup today because we have Arctic Wolves versus Woolly Wolves. It feels like is this like a mirror of a mirror going on?
Sort of. I mean, same organization. It's the Battle of the Wolves going on, so.
Yeah, little interesting. I say mirror of mirror because it's a nurse mirror on Dead Dog, and I don't know. When I heard nurse mirror on Dead Dog, I'm thinking like, what are these survivors thinking? Not banning nurse. Like,
No, they're on to something, man. I mean, Nurse is excellent in this map, so
yeah,
mirroring it really, whoever has the better Nurse wins this one, right?
I suppose so. It's who 4Ks faster. Like, obviously it's not guaranteed, but I don't know. That's a great start.
Yeah, I mean, initial hit off of just a scouting blink is always going to be excellent, especially when they have 2 more ready to go, and this could be a very fast first chase for Renius.
True, and they are doing a little bit of locker tech, but unfortunately, I don't imagine this chase is going to last too long. I don't think there was balanced landing because I heard them drop, right?
Yeah, I don't think I heard the bounce landing either, so it looks like a different exhaustion's in play, and I don't think it's the Deadhard either, so. Central hook here, excellent for the Nurse, and I'm gonna go to the 3-gen immediately.
So, something to point out here, because the survivors are now well aware of it, is this is not a perk I see very often. Usually you see Thanatophobia. There's Dying Light in play.
Yeah, and we usually see Dying Light with the Thanatophobia, but these survivors would have been aware of a Thanatophobia by now, and it's not in play.
Right.
Very interesting pick from Arctic Wolves here.
For sure, and Steve going back to that far gen as they are the obsession. Maybe, nope, there's gonna be on them actually. I'm kind of surprised. I guess Steve is well aware that he is the obsession, that it's not as great of a target, but you're still a target nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, he really just wants to get this 3-gen out of the way. It's super important to get that done. If you press the 3-gen, the Nurse has to decide between the hook and the gens, and it looks like they decided on the gens here.
Indeed. What kind of 3-gen do they have back there? Is there the dead gen, or is it just like the average? No, there's the dead gen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Really tight 3-gen. Hooking outside of the 3-gen, probably trying to interrupt this gen being worked on here, but they couldn't quite get to it in time.
Very possible, but there was an explosion on that saloon gen, so Pain Resonance, so that might be why they prioritize that hook. Maybe see what gen is being worked on currently. A lot of gen regression on this build, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think their goal is to just get that 4K with as many gens remaining as possible to secure their win here.
Makes sense to me. Like you said, like it's a battle of the nurses. Survivors are probably not in for a great time, so yeah, whoever 4Ks with the most gens up.
Yeah, it's always possible to out a Nurse on any map, but if the Nurse plays well, it's gonna be a 4K on maps like these, full power especially.
Mm-hmm. Guess they're going back to see it now that the corrupt is ended, see if any survivors have snuck back here. It doesn't look like, oh, there are scratch marks actually.
Yeah, it looks like they're searching for whatever survivor is working on this generator.
Yeah, I guess that is the one good thing on this map for survivors, that if you are in dark clothing, you do actually immerse pretty well in these bushes.
Yeah, I've lost so many survivors in these bushes before, but you know, all it takes is just bumping into them, and it's a free down pretty much, especially on Nurse.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
be careful how they stealth this out.
True. Only one stack of Dying Light so far, as it was the Steve that was hooked for second. And now, are the survivors trying to get other gens done first and just securing those before they attack the 3 gen, maybe?
It's possible. Get as many points as you can. They could also be hiding and trying to get the nurse away, but it looks like they're on this gen right here, so our nurse is going to have to decide whether she wants to patrol these outer gens or just secure that 3 gen.
Yeah, or this is, yeah, it looks like it might be almost 99 there. Yeah, these survivors, I think they're calling out well in advance when she's leaving, so they just get a free immersion check. Really
Yeah,
good
it looks
job.
like it. Yeah, they're doing a great job stealthing this. Very curious to see how they'll approach the 3 gen.
Honestly, if they called that they're leaving the 3 gen, then yeah, I'd say they might just be back there
Whoa.
already.
Unfortunate for our nurse losing her 3 gen and has to play off of these less fortunate 3 gens, I guess. I mean, she has this top right one, but if this gen goes, no more 3 gen remaining. This could be huge for our survivors with Ruby Wolves.
True, and they find the Steve, the last target they want to find for Dying Light there.
Really unfortunate.
I mean, you give the nurse the bare minimum to keep them interested while you do the gens, and I guess it works out. There's 2 survivors in the area, but they seem to only find Steve.
Yeah, and Steve doing a great job taking the nurse far away from the active gens. We could be seeing 1 or 2 more pop here.
Absolutely. After all, yeah, that one over in the corner that she was checking was pretty much 99. Oh, good double back, but oh,
Ooh,
that was unfortunate.
I think that's a lithe right there, right?
Probably. That would explain
Yeah,
it.
it looks like it.
Oh, another gen going as well. Yeah, survivors. Oh my word.
Looks like the nurse is feeling the pressure a little bit. Our Steve Slogalio doing an amazing job keeping the nurse distracted. Looks like gonna be end of the chase. No, uses the rock.
Oh no, that is brutal. Yeah, they broke the 3 gen, and as soon as that happened, the gens are just flying off the shelf. Now Nurse giving up entirely and going to find
Yeah.
see if there's anything for them to protect.
That's so rough when you commit so much time into a chase and you have to drop it. I mean, you can see how much gen pressure is going on here.
Yeah.
This gen is pretty close to finish. This nurse is gonna have to get it down fast.
For sure. There is a survivor back here, but I imagine even if they take this chase, yeah, she's gonna run into the dead zone where there's no gens being worked on. I imagine the survivor that she was paired with, oh. I didn't know if that was intentional or not. That was really well done.
Yeah, I mean, they should get the hook in time to protect this gen from being done.
True. Second stack of Dying Light coming up for a 6% slowdown. I guess too, if you're keeping the Steve busy, one survivor that's not affected by Dying Light is you be taken care of. And last perk revealed, that was Pop Goes the Weasel.
Yep, our survivors are now aware of no endgame perk, meaning they're gonna try to get this last gen done fast and take as many out as possible. Use that to their advantage.
Absolutely. I'm actually worried the nurse might be in just a bit of a pickle here. Like, okay, so say you stick 2 people on that gen constantly, it's going to get done relatively quickly, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think our best bet for the nurse is to just go back to the gen and try to get downs in that area and keep using that one hook. The problem is that the gen on Gallows is so split from it that they have to patrol, and they just have to go for hook sticks at this point. I think the 4K is out of reach.
Most likely, yeah. And they do get a hook on the Nia, which should be a fresh hook. Another stack of Dying Light coming in here. Oh, they might be going for a pain res hook here.
Yeah, they're trying to get their Scourge, but if the gens are doubling or even tripling that gen, I don't know if it'll happen.
Oh, it did. 3 people on that gen, but even if they commit back to it, yeah, I think they'll finish if they just jump back on it. No, they didn't. They abandoned.
That's huge.
That is.
Now she gets pop on this gen, and she knows where all 3 survivors are, and she can try to zone them in this corner.
True. Steve is here. Steve only being hooked once so far. However, if you keep them out of business, the survivors are they're slowed down 9% now?
Yeah, 9%. Well, yeah.
9% permanent slowdown's nothing to sneeze at.
No, not at all.
That might be what kept the gen from popping there potentially too. Oh,
yeah.
that's so close.
So close. Steve is amazing at running this nurse.
Absolutely. I imagine Steve probably got some reps in at some point as a one-on-one. And they're abandoning chase. Do you think they're going for the Gallows now?
Probably. If they split on these 2 gens, it's gonna be really hard to hold this, and I think the survivors have noticed that.
More than likely, hearing 2 different survivors on this generator. If they snuck a third back to the gen they were on, not able to get the block, or not, wasn't blind. The light burn on the nurse as the rock blocked it. Rock block.
I think I mean, it's clever. Is this Lori fresh hook?
I think she is. I don't think the Lori has. No, Lori has been hooked. I think actually.
She has. Okay, I couldn't remember because I think that this nurse just needs to get as many points as possible with these fresh hooks.
Yeah, that was a hook.
Nah,
So
yeah.
4 stacks of Dying Light. Survivor was on this one. That one exploded. Pop coming in on this one, but they have to. That's like that other jet is higher progress than this one, so they have to go back to that one immediately and check it.
Yeah, and with Pain Resonance only getting rid of 15% of a gen, I mean, that's very easily reversible by doubling it.
Right. I think it's what 10 seconds for a single survivor to reverse it. Oh, good blink.
Yeah.
I think the nurse is slowly pulling it back. I think the Dying Light is starting to add up a little bit potentially.
Yeah, it's not a perk we see often, and especially since it doesn't help in the early game at all. But as the game goes on, it can be very detrimental to the survivors.
Absolutely, and I just can't imagine if they had Thanatophobia. There are 3 survivors injured right now. Thanatophobia would be so good. That was a nasty hit.
I would prefer the Thanatophobia here, but the Dying Light did do a bit of work now. It looks like Cluttett's taking this nurse to the corner.
Yep.
Just trying to get as long of a chase as possible because the exit gates are ready to be open.
Oh, there's the lie.
There's the lie.
Oh, dang, yeah. They might actually be able to get. Yeah, I imagine we're going to see a 3 out here. They got plenty of fresh hooks, so they've got their, their biggest point dump, but not getting the. Oh. A little bit of
the blink, but still getting the hit.
Yeah, a little bit of misread on both sides there, but yeah, I imagine that, they'll take the 3 out here and give 2 hook stages. So 7 stage 1K for the nurse. I don't believe anyone escaped fresh though. They played so good.
Yeah, these serves. I mean, going against the nurse on Dead Dog is quite the task, and I think that they handled themselves very well here.
Absolutely. I'm trying. I think the killer here. Sorry. The biggest thing the survivors did was just the sheer amount of immersion. Like, this nurse struggled for almost a minute straight not being able to find a single chase.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job trying to keep the corrupt going down and also pressuring the 3-gen and outside the 3-gen at the same time, forcing the nurse to go back to either the hook or the 3-gen and really putting the nurse in tough position of like which thing they want to defend more, which allowed them to get these gens done pretty quickly.
Right. Yeah, especially at the end there, she had a good moment where she was juggling with, Pain Res and Pop, making sure neither of those gens popped, but once she took the chase of the Claude, it was pretty much over. I think she might have needed to find the Lori again, maybe tunnel her out. I guess that's the thing I'm surprised the most that we didn't really see any tunneling going on. Yeah,
I mean, you tend to see a lot of tunneling on these kinds of maps with Nurse because the faster you get a survivor out. I mean, it's a 1v3 with a 3-gen. That's pretty much a guaranteed win at that point.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I can't confirm anything. We're about to take a break anyway, but I'm wondering if Steam might be down because I'm having issues connecting at the moment. So we're going to take a quick break here in a second. But again, just real quick, you guys are our sole source of income for sponsorship as of the moment. We don't have anything on the back end. So all the bits, donations, subs, watching the ads that we have, everything that you do helps support us on the back end and support the prize fund that we put up every single season. And we appreciate your patronage. We'll be back in just a moment, hopefully with some more DBD and not network issues. Welcome back, everybody. We got the game under control. Steam finally let me back in. We're loading into trial number 2 very shortly here. This time, Ruby Wolves showing off for the nurse. And do you think we'll see a similar strat that we saw in the previous game, or do you think this nurse has the stuff? What are you feeling?
I definitely think this nurse is going to hold the 3-gen as much as possible, and that these survivors are going to have to play very similarly to how Ruby Wolves did it and try to get the nurse out of the 3-gen so they can pressure it. It's really going to come down to who has the most pressure.
True. I'm curious if the build is going to be slightly different as well. As again, Dying Light, not always something I see, but over Thanatophobia was interesting.
It definitely was interesting. I always prefer the Thanatophobia over Dying Light, but it's nice to see a variety of perks, especially in competitive when things can get so stale after a while.
I can get behind that. I just, if you're gonna take Dying Light, I would prefer, like you said, Dying Light and Thanatophobia. Like, go for the ultra slowdown here.
Yeah, I especially see a lot of blights that sometimes like to run like Thanatophobia, Dying Light, Pop, and like that's a great build.
Absolutely, I would tend to agree. And we do see a totem back there, so Corrupt and a totem perk of some kind in play. I can only imagine what that would be.
Yeah, gee, I wonder.
However, one thing that this team has done differently from Ruby is they didn't give a survivor to them right off the bat. There's nobody.
No. Yeah, instead of trying to take a chase and pressuring outside of the 3-gen on gens, they're just playing this slow and maybe trying to wait out the entirety of Corrupt.
Very possible here. As there, I will also admit, it doesn't look like there is that nasty 3-gen to hold on to like the previous spawn. So I think there's 2 in the back there, and there's like a latent 3-gen if you want to call it that.
Yeah, I mean, but when it comes to Nurse, like, even wide 3-gens become kind of tight with her blink. But yeah, that's definitely not nearly as bad as the one that Arrhenius had when she was playing Nurse.
True, true. Now it's just a matter of, yeah, we're a minute and a half into this game, folks, and no survivor has peeked their head so far.
Yeah, something I've noticed about Arctic Wolves, like I've scrimmed with Arctic Wolves before, and they are very, very good at stopping out Corrupt. I have a very hard time finding them on even easier maps to find survivors on. I don't know how they do it.
On top of the fact that, yeah, you have to all spawn together, so they all spawn together and then just branched off, and they are, oh, they finally found somebody.
Oh no. Found out of
corner.
position, corner of the map. This could be a very quick chase.
Very true.
Firecracker, but no blink from the Nurse. Moving in, gets the down under the pallet.
Oh my goodness.
In the 3-gen too.
True, beautiful blink too from the Nurse. So, as much as that stealth was, I mean, to be fair, they waited out the entirety of Corrupt practically.
Yeah, that is true. Waiting out all the scrub can be very beneficial. Unfortunately, they don't have a lot of time on these gens for that first hook though.
That's a very, very good point, too. It's a very good point. And as the survivors are probably well aware of now, there is thanatophobia, which, no surprise there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We see a lot of nurses running thanatophobia.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And they do get the unhook. Honestly, part of me was hoping this make your choice, but I can dream.
Yeah, you know, that'd be fun to see once in a while, but you don't see it as much. Using the beamer, almost blinding the nurse. I think they're trying to prevent a tunnel out here, but this nurse is not having it.
They do cleanse the totem for what it's worth, and better pray they have decisive on this survivor, because it looks like they are getting ready to go away. No decisive either.
Oh, man, this could be a very early tunnel out.
Absolutely. Quite unfortunate. And so Ruin has been cleansed, for those of you who didn't see it. Now it's just a matter of one perk left, but you've got a survivor about to die. Like, maybe Kinship can help out here? I don't know. They need some gens
Kinship
fast.
could be super clutch here. Yeah, they just need to try to get as many gens as possible for this death, because, as I said earlier, an early tunnel out on Nurse is quite dangerous.
Oh, no. Pop goes the Weasel, the last bird.
Pretty standard Nurse build, especially on maps with 3 gens, and, I mean, they were pressuring the 3 gen at the very least here, but they got that unhook, so that's probably not going to be the Kinship in play.
Nope, for the people instead.
For the people, we just got to hope for a good chase here, or else this is going to be quite the 4K for our Nurse.
Absolutely. Oh, well, that's one way. Well, okay, they made it up for it on the second blink.
Yeah. This is a tough area to run a Nurse too. There's not a lot of LOS block. Dead hard in play. That's huge.
Helps alleviate just a little bit longer, but yeah, like you said, I don't know how long you can chase this Nurse.
Yeah,
Drop down.
Getting this some LOS block though, and the Nurse is getting stuck.
All right.
All right.
Definitely helpful.
Yeah, this chase is pretty clutch for our survivors, and they're popping a gen off in the distance, and we might see even 2 more potentially.
Very possible, yeah. First one down, and nah, getting it on the second blink right there. I'm impressed by the second blink distance that people can get. I can never get that absolutely perfect long distance blink on the second one.
Yeah, it really comes down to muscle memory and how much you play Nurse at the end of the day.
True. Well, that's 1 down, 3 to go. But for survivors, it's 4 to go. I would hope for their sake that 2 more are about to pop soon.
Yeah,
right,
there's one. So for another one, or else this is going to be a really tough match to come back from.
For sure.
A little bit of pressure on a few different gens. This one about 50. I think the one in the corner was like 25, maybe.
I'm gonna turn the volume down just a little bit, because I don't know if you knew, but we have the struggle hook music playing, so apparently not all bugs have been sorted out.
Yeah, unfortunate. So many spectator bugs in this game.
It really has been, and that's a recent patch too.
Serena going down in the corner.
Away from all of the active generators, the Nurse realizing that slugging and trying to pressure these gens that they are very clearly working on right now.
I mean, if you know you're going to get a lead with a 4K, you might as well try and extend that lead as much as humanly possible going into this next set to try and secure the match point.
Yeah, you are risking the unbreakable here, but I don't think this Nurse minds, especially with the position they're in.
Absolutely, yeah. I think there's 2 separate gens that are being worked on currently, but neither of them are quite close over 50%, so good job from the Jake on this building here, but oh yeah, they do get caught out eventually.
Bit of an overblink though. Oh, and down the stairs, Jake juicing the Nurse at the top of main building.
Absolutely. And we do see the pickup on Zarina. Yeah, they're going to break away from chase and go back to wherever this Zarina was, because now that means there's probably 2 survivors there.
Potentially there could be 2 survivors here.
Yeah, an unbreakable probably would have come up faster, so this Nurse is going to try to scout out and find at least one of them here.
I think they found the Zarina again, yeah.
Found the other survivor going down the same corner though. Are they going to pick?
Yeah, they are.
Looks like they will.
Only a little bit of a weird hook RNG there, but yeah, they do have a hook nearby, so...
Yeah, if the survivors are doubling that middle gen though, they could potentially get it done.
True, and there is no like really tight 3 gen back here, so... I mean, I guess, is Gallows to Saloon technically a 3 gen?
With a Nurse it can be, and but the Deliverance in play, and they weren't doubling, they were splitting on gens. this could be a clutch from the survivors.
A lot of pressure, and the nurse has none right now.
True, the deliverance is super clutch there for the survivor squad, giving a little bit of reset time. Was that a survivor in the bush I just saw, or am I tripping?
I didn't notice. Maybe you have better eyes than I do, though. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's like the equivalent of corn vision over here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jake is asking if they want to go on a date to the saloon again.
Yeah, nurse is eager to accept though.
I mean, might as well.
I mean, this is part of her new top right 3-gen here. She's got the corner gen, the middle gen, and the saloon. Not super tight, but you can work with that definitely as a nurse.
For sure. And I imagine survivors might be doubling up. Interesting double back there. That
A little bit of a fake out.
Yeah, that was interesting. Not hugging the pallet. 360?
Ayo?
Is this
That was
Jake is
pretty crazy.
This Jake's just built different.
He is just built different. Another double back finally goes down, but again,
He's taking the nurse all the way across map from these gens again. We
True.
might potentially see another one pop.
I would imagine so. The question is, what are they doubling up on? Well, actually, do you double up here or do you single it out? No. That might be a double up right there.
Yeah, if they want to get this gen done, it's a double up. They have to be careful though with the Zarina being injured. I mean, if the nurse downs someone right off the bat and then slugs and goes for the last one, that's a 4K. So
Yeah, that's lights out.
They might be actually splitting on gens just to be safe.
That's a fair point, yeah. Zarina has not reset yet. Oh, but they find the Atom.
Yep. Adam taking chase away, hopefully from the Zarina, splitting up as much as possible. They're gonna have to get this unhooking gun on a gen before this chase ends, because otherwise this is just gonna be a snowball.
True, good locker tech there. Gonna get a little bit of extra time wasted, but I'm what?
Ooh.
Did they get hung up
Kind
on
of
something?
kind of a weird interaction getting stuck on the wall. Lucky for Adam here though.
True, I think Adam's the only one that hasn't been hooked yet, as Jake has been unhooked now. I imagine, like, these two servers have to reset, right? Oh, not quite able to get into the locker in time, so they will end up getting hooked here. Yeah, they are gonna take some time to reset.
They are opting for the reset. That's
super important right now, especially since this is a fresh hook. The nurse could just camp this for the win, but we might see them go for even more points.
Look at this gen here.
Yeah, this is the one they were working on. Unfortunately, Pop Goes the Weasel's going to regress it by 25%.
Yeah, and that gen has been just completely obliterated on this end. They haven't got a chance to stop it. Oddly enough, Zarina opting not to get healed. I wonder if they might have resilience.
Either resilience or they're working that corner gen they know the nurse is not going to patrol to since it's not part of the 3-gen. So could just be kind of playing it safe, but this Jake has to get this unhook by himself, and it looks like the unhook's happening.
Yeah, but I say I didn't see the Jake get back there, so well done immersing. Blind from the Zarina as well, so wait, Zarina's over here.
Zarina taking chase and going down. This is pretty detrimental for the servers right now, especially going down so close to where these gens are. We have to hope that they're on that corner gen and getting it done.
Yeah, you have to go like right there, right now, and hope that you can proc it with 10% slowdown on top of that. I don't know if they have enough time. No, they don't.
Doesn't look like they do. We might be seeing the other corner gen pop just for points. I know that's what I would do in this situation, but...
True.
Our nurse, it's tied up for hook states now, so they just need one more hook to secure this first set here.
They do. Definitely had a far more aggressive start. Oh, they do pop that corner gen just like you called. But now they are stuck with that 3-gen, and barring someone sneaking back here, which I don't know if they're like, I don't know who they could get back here anymore. I think Zarina's gonna go to death here.
Yeah, really unfortunate for the survivors. They have to just get a gen done and hopefully get at least one escape out here if they want to, even up the score as much as possible.
Oh, Jake coming in here.
Getting the save right in the middle. So the nurse is spreading pressure. Now everyone is injured. 15% slowdown with Thanatophobia right now. Zarina light burning.
Good job, honestly.
Yeah, keeping the nurse from getting this chase done as quickly as possible. Getting stuck and then still gets it. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I think they had lies to get away. They got plenty of distance, but unfortunately not enough, as I think this is second hook for the Jake.
Yep, and that'll give the nurse another Pop Goes the Weasel, so unless this gen is done, this could be pretty bad for the survivors.
True. I don't know where Adam went after all that, but I don't know if even Adam is enough there. I don't think this is. Yeah, it's been stopped, but it hasn't been. Oh, they do get the unhook during this time, so they did touch this gen, but now like this gen is taking what 3 different pop goes the weasels.
Yeah, this nurse, they practically have no gen pressure right now because this nurse is pressuring them so well. So I think at this point, you gotta slow down, you have to reset, and then you gotta pressure the 3 gen all at the same time. And it looks like they are opting to reset right now. This nurse either is gonna stay in the 3 gen or look for where they're healing.
True. I don't think so. Nurse stuck around trying to look for a server. I think what they did is I think they stuck a survivor back there, touched the gen, and then went off to try and reset.
Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do here. Finding the Zarina out in the open, they have to finish this reset quick and get on those gens because this could be a very fast chase.
True. Yeah, taking a hit already as they. It looks like they're running into the dead zone. They're not going to commit.
Yeah,
Interesting.
The reset just finishing, so these survivors are going to be back on these gens, and this nurse knows it. She's going to find one off on this side of the map here, and looks like she's committing.
Yeah, this Jake is dead. I think Adam's the only one that's not Deathhook at this point.
Yes, yeah, so he's definitely working that 3 gen safely. Jake running the nurse kind of away from the gens now. Good job, Jake. Keeping her away, getting the down. Zarina reset, so was that a self-heal or is the Adam resetting her right now?
I imagine the Adam's resetting her. However, yeah, now it's a 2v1 because Jake is dead on hook. However, now you don't have the central pressure hook. Survivors have a chance to do something potentially. That's not the one they're working on, though.
I mean, unfortunately, this is looking like a 4K unless one of them has a godlike chase and can take her far away because the hatch is so central on this map that no matter where you go down,
The nurse is going to get to it and close it before you can escape. But Zarina doing a good job keeping the nurse away from the gens. We'll have to see if it's enough time, though.
Yeah, but I say I don't think there's been enough time on any gen at this point. The pop has been so strong on these generators.
Yeah, with Nurse able to get so many quick downs, pop is such an excellent pick for her to keep these gens from getting done.
Now the question is, with this is the end game that I always fear, because yeah, like you said, the hatch in the central location, they're probably going to get that, but you can also immerse out as long as you feel like. And like you could force a bleed out here potentially.
Yeah, that would be a huge point advantage, denying some hook states there. But I think the best bet here is to just try to get the bleed out, have Adam hide, and maybe get on the gates after the hatch gets closed.
Yeah, I think that's their only hope here at this point. Is that like you said, that 3-gen just proved to be too strong. Also, I love that we see Serena's flashlight just on the ground casually.
Yeah, she's just leaving it there for later.
It's like, it's gone. I'm done with it. Now the question is, where does Arena go off to? Nurse is wondering that as well. They could, honestly, you could do a pickup here if you felt like it.
Yeah.
Oh, they do find her.
Wow, I couldn't even hear her.
Yeah, same. I guess the nurse is just built different.
Yeah, better ears.
Yeah.
Getting the hook here and going straight for hatch, it looks like.
Yep. And I think Adam was here too. Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, actually. Is there enough time?
I don't think so.
Oh, they're inside.
If this nurse knows where it spawns.
Yeah. Yeah, losing collision with the survivor, able to get them on top of the hatch and close it. Well done, well done. I was about to say, like, they could body block. It's like, no, you lose collision. I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, in those situations, the killer should always win it as long as they know the exact spawn of the hatch, which this nurse did indeed know. So, 4K at 1 gen.
Will put Ruby Wolves in a pretty sizable lead.
Absolutely, yeah. That is a very strong one. That is 24-8 for this trial. Yeah, impressive job. Really, really well played by the nurse. It was grindy towards the middle, but very fast at the beginning, despite the fact that they waited out almost the entirety of Corrupt. I think there was like 15 seconds left on Corrupt when they finally found Jeff. Yeah,
and these survivors, even though they had a tunnel out at like 4 gens, I think it was, or 3 gens, they were still able to get down to 1 generator, which is pretty impressive for this map.
True. Well, it's like I say, whenever the killer kills somebody, technically they lost all their pressure and they have to re-get it. So, regain it. I can't English today. What is this?
I mean, yeah, but it looks like these survivors were able to maintain a little bit of their pressure and get these gens done, which is good if you want to make the score as close as possible.
Absolutely. And something to say about this next set, because we're moving in here very shortly. Another mirror, but it's not what I was expecting. I don't think I've seen a Nemesis at all this season.
Yeah, pretty exciting, especially since Ruby Wolves does have Slow Galio, who is known for his nemesis.
Oh boy, so we get a what do you call it? An exhibition match almost.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, I'm here for it. That sounds pretty dope, and it's going to be on the Father Campbell's Chapel. So honestly, that's not that horrible of a map for Nemesis, considering like the strongest points are the main building and how the tiles connect. But he has a whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can actually do something.
He's very good in chase on the circus side of the map, and if there's a 3-gen there, it can be very strong for a nemesis.
True. So that'll be interesting to watch. This is going to be a pleasure. I've not gotten to watch a Nemesis all season. I'm pretty excited for this, but with that said, we will be getting this next one underway very shortly, so stay with us. But in the meantime, if you stick around, we're going to have some ads roll because you guys are our sole sponsor this season. We don't have anything currently, so you viewers are the one keeping us going on the back end. The subs, the bits, the donations, just a little bit of watch time during the ads. It adds up in the end and helps us out drastically on the end, or on the production end. I literally can't talk today. I don't know what I'm doing. Guildspire, I need you to, I'm tapping in Guildspire. Come here. Guild, give in. All right, welcome back, everybody, to set number 2 coming up here against Ruby Wolves and Arctic Wolves. Ruby Wolves going to be bringing out the Nemesis on Father Campbell's Chapel in a brutal mirror that I can only anticipate is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it's always fun to see these like lesser picked killers in mirror matches because it really shows like which side has what it takes to play these like weaker killers.
Indeed, and you called it. Slow on the Nemesis. Nice little corrupt starting out here that we see. Honestly, that's a really nice corrupt. Actually, they probably find survivors now. And okay, now I'm gonna say that we see scratch marks. They could have technically spawned at Circus, but it would have been a horrible spawn for them. Oh, so close. So close.
That teabagging. That level 1 infection or that level 1 strike is so short, but it looks like we're back into the killer getting that hit and also getting a hit on the zombie with these 2 add-ons increases the mutation pretty rapidly.
True. Is that everything they're trying to go for? Is a rapid mutation, try and get to their tier 2 as soon as possible?
Yeah, tier 2 is where Nemesis's real strength comes in, and as survivors, you want to deny that as long as possible.
So kind of like an Oni game.
Yeah, my team always treats it like an Oni game whenever we're playing versus Nemesis.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And there are 2 survivors probably on this central gen, or no, at very least 1. I thought there might have been 2. It sounded like, but oh, they might be taking a hit at the window here, though. They will. That's the tier 2
in play now.
And not to reference too many memes, but this is where the fun begins.
That is true. Tier 2 Nemesis really treads through pallets, zones so much better, extra range. It's just all around it turns into a much stronger killer. Finding the Zarina, it's also like a built-in save the best for last because, I mean, look how much distance he was able to maintain.
True, and then when you get to tier 3, it gets even more brutal. Tree coming in clutch
Tree's
there.
in the advantage here, but just dying in the corner.
Going for whip
Maybe
only.
We see some yeah, the whip holding for the zoning. We might see some gens pop, like I said. Yep, getting the circus side done.
Yep, you called it there, and hook coming in, 1 hook down for this killer. And also just like, you're also getting closer to tier 3, which, it gives you an extra meter range as well?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it really does add up.
Ooh. Close to the tier 3. They take the M1, just prevent this gen from getting done too quickly there. And they are going to be able to hold it off for a little bit. Zombie sacrifice for tier 3.
Yeah, this Nemesis is in an excellent position, especially with this ruin in play that these survivors are aware of. They really wanted to get that main gen done, but it looks like they're going to go down for it.
Oh, survivor sneaking back up there. Yeah, they're not going to be able to quite get it. They're going to have to find that ruin and cleanse it. I completely forgot about ruin too. That's doing so much work now.
Yeah, it's really preventing this main gen from getting done, and these survivors really, really want to get it finished, but they're sacrificing quite a lot for this. Can't quite get the hit.
Not quite.
But yeah, these survivors are gonna have to slow down a little bit. They're playing very aggressively trying to get this gen done, and this Nemesis is keeping that to his advantage here.
True. Second hook coming in here for the Nemesis, as I imagine that, yeah, like you said, Adam's going to try and get up there, but I don't think they have time for it. I think Ruin did enough damage to it. And a Scourge Hook paying Residence to boot.
Yeah, these survivors probably just need to abandon this gen at this point, but they've already committed so many resources to it that they really want to get it done.
Yeah, lost cause fouls. They kick it in super hard here. They take chase with a Nancy. Nancy getting infected with that tier 3 range and heading into the carnival. There's no 3 gen in the carnival now that they broke it though, so well for them.
Yeah, no 3 gen to hold, but this Nemesis is looking for just maintaining as much hook pressure as possible, it seems.
Indeed. Honestly, this is some really, like, they speed run the tier 3 there, and now it's just, yeah, every chase that the survivors take is going to be a really, really rough one.
Yeah, I mean, you can run a
close.
Nemesis for a very long time, but you run into pallets pretty quickly, and then the later chases will not be so long.
Exactly, yeah. You can just eat through so many resources. It looks like they might be going for a tunnel here, possibly? I can't tell. No, they're going to stick to the Adam, it looks like, instead. He is the only one that is not infected. Oh, they do finish a gen in the corner, so now it doesn't seem like there's any 3 gen for this Nemesis to latch onto.
Yeah, he's going to have to play purely for hook states here, and if he's able to get a kill early enough, he might be able to bring this into a 4K, but we'll have to see how he approaches this.
Indeed, going into Carnival now. We'll see how they take the chase in the Carnival. Just running into the corner, possibly. Do they think they have DS, maybe?
It's possible, but if they do have DS, it will be out shortly.
True. Getting hit under the pallet. Doesn't look like a palisade coming in, but there is a decisive strike, so extra time being wasted here. And they do pop the central gen after a moment.
That's a huge play from Arctic Wolves. That DS had to have been close to out, but this Nemesis not being quite patient enough, or just didn't mind. Now we have a chase at Carnival against an injured survivor, but only 1 pallet has been used here, and so they still have a lot of resources to use.
And a
Looks
body
like
block.
W hit take coming in.
They do take just the tip of that hit, though, and we'll give Jake a little bit of extra distance here. I'm surprised they haven't opted to try and cleanse Ruin yet.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to push through. Was that a zombie down? Oh my gosh, that is a huge amount of pressure for Nemesis, because now they have to go pick that survivor up, and with another down in play, this is just a lot of pressure.
I never thought I'd see the day in comp where we had a zombie down. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, they I guess it just snuck up on them. Nemesis, kind of a pseudo stealth killer, I guess, you know?
It happens. I have definitely been caught out by, like, especially in the corn. You don't see them coming. You don't hear the noise, and they're there. So
yeah, the down happening at main building. It looks like it was probably like turning the corner too quickly kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. But despite that, they're still holding on pretty well. 3 hook states for 3 gens so far, which is definitely in the survivor's favor here, as Jake is probably going to get tunneled out here. Lyth getting a bit of distance into the carnival, but I think they're going to go down here. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, they still have 2 or 3 pilots to work with here, so as long as they're able to play these smart, they can try to waste enough time to get these last 2 gems done. But it looks like Dodging
well played.
Getting the stun, but he's a little bit zoned now.
He is. They do cleanse Ruin, so that is out of play. 1 more gen going down. Not quite able to get the range there. This is gonna be really, really close here. They are not respecting pallets at all.
Yeah, this is a pretty good chase from the Jake here, maintaining as much time as possible to allow these survivors to finish gens, and Adam coming in for another hit take, preventing this tunnel out for as long as possible.
Indeed. So, since we're approaching the end game now, do you treat the end game of Nemesis kind of like you do Plague, where everybody vaccinates at the very end? Look at this zombie as high as it.
Yeah. He's just hanging out.
They're about to finish
will
this.
that buy enough time?
As a flashlight save coming in? No? That was a really weird pause.
Rob, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the play was there, but not finishing the gen and getting a hook near it. If Survivor's on it right now, they should pop it and enter endgame, but...
Right. Pain res, though, will slow that
Pain
gen
res coming in, slowing that gen down, yeah.
I must say, you saw the zombie was kind of hallucinating there, so you know there was a flashlight. I think they were worried that there was going to be Zarina going to get a flashlight blind off the grab, maybe.
Yeah, it's always possible, but like they could have just swung for it, I guess. I'm not really sure what the strategy was there, but maybe they have something in mind. But finding the reset, all 3 survivors caught out here.
Deliverance on the Nancy as well. Adam, first hook? No flashlight save coming in. This will be first hook for Adam, I think. Oh, they're going for a pain res, it looks like.
Yeah, they're worried that deli will finish off the shack gen, but with this pain res, they definitely won't.
Yeah, they'll be able to hold it off there. Wait, hold on. How was that zombie being blinded if Jake had the flashlight? I forgot Jake was taking the flashlight at the chase. I actually don't know how that zombie was blinded. Interesting.
Could have been a firecracker.
Oh, zombie hit.
Another zombie hit coming in. These zombies are doing work.
They are
getting the down, and he's death hook too.
Beautiful shot from the Nemesis there, and this, yeah, death hook coming in for the Jake. Another survivor already hooked. It looks like they're gonna be committing to try and finish that jet off. Pain res, another pain res. Oh my word, the value from this Nemesis.
Yeah, these zombies putting in work. Nemesis using his power extremely well. The pain res, everything is just going in favor.
Not to mention, there's still one more unknown perk for these survivors.
True. Zombie coming back to life and is going to chase the survivor off. The fact that there's a zombie back here on this generator is so frustrating for these survivors, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you kind of just need to pressure another one of the gens. They're resetting, though, and Nancy taking distance away from this generator, but she is injured and infected, so this is going to be quite quick.
True, I didn't even see the blood until that moment. Good call. Oh, she does go down to the long wall, though. This is second hook coming in for Nancy?
I honestly can't remember. This game's going by so quickly that I can't
tell like how many hook states I'm not keeping track. I should probably write that down, right?
I mean, maybe. I mean, it's a struggle for me too. Absolutely. I think every survivor has been hooked once. Yeah. I think they all have 2 hook states to give because.
Yeah, the Nancy was the deli, so this will be second hook for her.
Another Scourging. I think you're right. I think they did shift focus to another one. However, Zombie seems to be interested in that pain res. Yeah, they find the Zarina. It's all down to can Zarina make this chase last, and can Adam do a gen or get the unhook and reset in that time?
Yeah, I think honestly here you just need to get the unhook and then double a gen, but Nemesis dropping chase and trying to interrupt any hook save that might be in place. So if this Adam is sticking to a gen, which he's not, he goes for the save. Now this Zarina needs to be the one on gens.
It looks like they're gonna possibly tunnel here on the Nancy. Not able to find her though. I'm wondering. I keep seeing a stutter. I'm wondering if that's a spectator bug.
Could be a spectator bug or lag on Killer End or something, but you know he does find the Nancy, and I mean with no DS in play it would make sense to tunnel, but dropping, I think he's worried the Zarina went back on the check gen.
It is possible. I thought they would do it like what you said. Yeah, they have abandoned that gen altogether, which I think is the correct play. I think you were right. I think they do need. They got such a spread here. You can afford you can afford to spread out here.
And you can pressure that gen all the way on the other side of the map and the shack gen at the same time, but it looks like popping, and we see the haste status effect.
Yep, Noed is in play. The last perk is not yet revealed to survivors, but I'm sure they will find out very quickly here.
Yep.
Oh, zoning a little bit. Well done.
Zoning and going down.
They know Noed is in play. However, that zombie seems to be possibly pressuring the exit gate. Just a little bit.
Or at least heading that direction to let the Nemesis know where the survivor might be.
Oh, they leave him slugged, and Zarina is here now. Hugging the LT. We'll see how they're able to loop it. Not quite able to get away. Adam's the only one up. Barring an unbreakable, this might be lights out.
Yeah, they have to play this very carefully, and I mean, if there is an unbreakable in play, that could be really good for the survivors, but it looks like Nemesis is opting to just take the points, and Adam might be opting to take the points as well.
Yeah, well, they could possibly go pick up the Zarina if they have enough time here. They got a little bit of time before they can reach there, but you'll have to take a, well, you can't take a body block, can you?
No, not with Noed in play.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, they're here.
Oh man, getting the reset.
They got greedy.
This is bad.
They got
a little
really greedy.
They should have just taken the escape here, but Zarina might still be able to take the out, depending on what exhaustion she has.
Possibly. Oh no, where'd she go? She's going around main building, but That's not the exit gate that was open, though. It was the far exit gate by Shaq, I think, that was opened. Unbreakable,
Yeah,
maybe on the Atom? Maybe that's what they're planning for?
Could be trying to save as much time as possible here.
Oh, man. If I don't see Atom up soon, I'm going to assume the worst. Oh, no, she gets grabbed.
Oh, no. She was maybe trying to force locker, which could mean that there is an unbreakable in the Atom, or it could just have been a failed locker juke.
Possibly. I might have been trying to go for the window and you get the locker one instead. I've had that happen a few times, but
Yeah, it's always really annoying.
Adam crawling for his life towards the exit gate, but it's not going to make it in time. The Nemesis is going to get a 4K.
4K with all gens popped is quite a hefty winning condition for Arctic Wolves and Nemesis to try to secure here.
Absolutely. I do not think, again, points barring, we'll see at the end game points. I do think this means that they cannot get the match point at this juncture. They'll have to try and settle for the set point, which is also a high bar to put because it's a Nemesis mirror.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get a 4K with 1 gen remaining in order to secure the set point.
Yup. Oh, man. Yeah, that was some really good Nemesis play. You weren't kidding.
Yeah,
Slow is known as the Nemesis main in the comp community, so it's really cool that we got to see it here.
Yeah, really, really well done. Well played. And no, Unbreakable is not in play. It was on the deliverance from the Nancy, so I think they just got a little bit greedy there. They should have. I would have taken the out and given my Nemesis a chance.
Yeah, I mean, the Nemesis still does technically have a chance, but that out would have given them so much more of a chance.
Absolutely. So we'll have to see as we do set up this final trial coming in. Another Nemesis. I'm curious if you have the best Nemesis in comp on your team. You obviously have some good Nemesis practice then, right?
Yeah, most likely. I mean, that's what we tend to see happen with teams that have, like a star killer on their team. Like, oh, I'm sure the team that has like Hitbox is Nurse.
Yeah.
I think it's Oh Boy right now. Like, they're really good against Nurse right now, right?
Yeah, right.
So yeah, whatever team has the best of the best on their team is gonna know how to counter that killer, most definitely.
For sure. So we'll get that final trial set up here momentarily, folks. But again, thank you for watching. We are partners this season with this year with Stream for a Cause, a charity organization that sponsors many, many small charities across the globe. So every little dollar donated actually does go a long way and stretches further than you think. And also, due to our partnership with them, it also strengthens the prize pool coming in Champions for a Cause in the Champions for Champions tournament coming up in December. And so stay tuned for that. But again, we're going to take one small ad break. And again, you are our sponsor. So thank you for watching and sticking with us. We'll be back very shortly. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are loading in at this very moment for the final Nemesis mirror. One totem in front of us already. And for a second, I thought they actually lagged out because they just kept going straight and wasn't looking around. But they are, in fact, here and with us. Actually, there's 2 totems here. Oh, they find Adam immediately. Look at that.
Yeah, finding an early chase here is going to be huge for this Nemesis. And they just need to get a quick down. I mean, their win condition being a 4K at 1 gen is quite hefty, and a totem already going down.
Totem already gone. Yeah, that is brutal. And looking at these add-ons, this is a spicy add-on set. So
yeah, this is what I'm used to seeing in comp with Nemesis, or these 2 add-ons.
yeah, this is a little bit interesting. So I'm going blank. So one of them is zombies move what, 35% faster or 50% faster?
I forget the exact speed, yeah, but one of them makes them move faster.
And then the other one is when a gen pops, they go faster again.
Yeah, so essentially after a gen pops, these zombies are going to be moving very quickly around the map and putting a lot of pressure on.
Okay. Honestly, I think it's really, really cool that you can do that with zombies, but at the same time, it's like, well, you know what? No. We had 2 different zombie hits last game without these add-ons. Let's see what happens with these add-ons.
Yeah, with these add-ons, we might be seeing
no.
even more, and a little bit of a juicer there, dropping and crouching and
Yup.
kind of taking it out.
Really, really well done. See, every time I crouch like that, the Nemesis hits me anyway, so Ace is just built different. Hugging this corner and taking the chase at the TNL, but there is a zombie nearby. Zombie blocking the Nemesis more than the Ace.
No. Yeah, but Ace running towards the zombie doesn't quite get hit by it. We might be seeing our first hit here. Yep.
M1. No tentacle, unfortunately. Crept is still up for a little bit longer as the first gen does pop, and they're taking chase into Shack.
Yeah, Shack, not a great top for the Nemesis to be running, doing a bit of a mind game. We'll have to see if it works in the Ace here. Nope, looks like he's a step ahead here, and he's still here. Yep, he's still at Shack.
Zombie's
Nemesis
in the door.
needs to secure this down. Yeah, zombie in Shack does make this interesting. I think Ace realizes that and is holding W to a different area.
Yep.
Not taking window. No pallet here, so this is going to be a down. Dead hard in play. Gets hit by the zombie at the very least.
Now he is infected. Unfortunately, still got to do... Wait, is he going into basement? Did the zombie just chase the Ace into basement?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me.
And yeah, that
don't know
zombie
if
was zooming.
Yeah, pretty quick. I don't know if the Nemesis noticed that, 'cause he's taking chase on the Felix now.
Yeah. I mean, you got 2 survivors occupied right now. That's not the worst thing in the world. First down coming in finally.
Yeah, and if Ace is in the basement, he might be kind of stuck there depending on the position the zombie's in. We'll have to see. It looks like, did the zombie get stunned?
Maybe? Did Ace have a flashlight?
I think so.
Who's gonna
Honestly,
break it? Oh,
I don't
no.
remember.
Another gen, though. 3 gens down.
Yeah, this Nemesis is struggling to get to that tier 2 with 3 gens finished. It's not looking great.
No, it's not. And, well, they still have a 3 gen, I think. Yeah, they've got a 3 gen back here.
And
with
the hook
in the middle.
I think their best bet is to just camp this and pressure the gens at the same time. But they're unable to do that, and they lose their other totem. That's ruin out of the game.
Indeed. Taking a hit for their survivor. 3 survivors injured, but they still need it down. Honestly, this hook is really vital. They need to, like you said, get this hook and camp it. Oh, that is so rough. They're still in tier 1 too. They're close to getting out of tier 1, but
Yeah, they should be able to get it by getting the hit on the Felix here, but with him being injured, you might just want to get the M1 and put him back on the hook.
exactly, yeah. I think you need the hook pressure more than the Oh, is there a decisive strike in play?
It could be a DS or it could be a fake out. We'll have to find out.
I've never seen a DS fake in comp. Every time no one fakes it I've seen.
Yeah, it was really smart there to force the DS, especially since the timer was probably nearing the final 10-15 seconds, just getting that out of the way and getting out of the 3 gen as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. And they do find the Ace instead after, I think Ace vaccinated. So, interesting. First vaccination of the mirror we've seen, because I don't think last game there was any.
Yeah, I think the team was very focused on pushing gens, but since these survivors do not have a lot of pressure on them right now, they have time to slow down, vaccinate, reset, do whatever they need to do before they pressure this 3 gen.
True, and even, okay, granted, that is an insanely tight 3 gen. Oh, I think Felix is sneaking back here. No, that's Ace. Uh-oh. They're injured still. I don't know what they're doing back here.
This could be really, really good for the Nemesis. Getting it down in the 3-gen. Dead harding to the window, making a bit of distance. Doesn't quite get the tentacle hit to reach tier 2. Ace taking distance is going to make this window.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I understand they're not wanting to use your tentacle there to give them extra distance, but you also need tier 2. I think I would have done it.
Yeah, it's definitely a trade-off for sure, but he gets it here.
Hit from the zombie. Okay. Now they're in trouble. Now they're zoned.
Yeah, they are zoned here, and with tier 2, that's a very fast pallet break. Trying to fake out, see if they can get a hit here.
Zombie's so
Zombie
close.
is moving in, zooming.
Yeah, that extra movement speed doing work there. But not quite able to get a hit, though, as Ace is going to be able to get away. I'd be worried about my 3-gen now. Yeah, they stuck someone back
Survivor
here.
could have been working this the whole time, especially since these survivors have been doing a great job sneaking back. Bit of gen pressure on this one here.
They are finally on tier 2. However, they cannot let this this last gen pop. Granted, they got a 3-gen, so they have something to work with. But yeah, if one gen pops here, set and match point goes to Ruby.
Yeah, they just really need to make sure these gens don't pop, and the best way of doing that would be getting a hook in the middle of them.
Yep. Only one hook, though. And it looks like the survivors are resetting. They did stumble across the survivors resetting, though, so maybe able to break it up a little bit.
Yeah,
No,
they found two
Sprint
survivors.
burst.
Sprintburst's going to give distance, so they're going to take the chase on the Ace. The Ace is the one with Dead Hard, so this could be a potential long chase. Taking the hit and taking the distance to main building, which is not where you want to be as a Nemesis. Nemesis realizing this, dropping and going back to the 3-gen to make sure none of the gens get finished.
You might want to reset that zombie. That zombie is hugging the wall right now.
Yep, buggy AI.
Yep.
At its best.
Someone was here. I'm about to say, like, I think one of your best case scenarios is instead of hooking in the middle, hook in the basement.
Yeah, a basement hook would be super, super good here, especially since all of the gens are, you know, the basement is pretty central to these gens. They're in a bit of a triangle here, so that would be huge for our killer.
Zombie stunned as survivors are going to be resetting again somewhere. This might grind to a bit of a halt here. Oh, that was interesting. I've never seen a zombie react to the Nemesis.
Yeah, I've never seen that either. That was pretty interesting.
That was,
the Nemesis, though, trying to get hits, like, they're in a bit of a tight spot here because Nemesis being an M1 killer and holding a 3-gen, like, eventually it's just gonna go because you're gonna get a hit, they're gonna take that distance out, and they're gonna reset and come back. Your best bet is to try to kill these zombies and respawn them in your 3-gen so that you can have some kind of pressure. But
I would tend to agree.
Just playing this as an M1 in your 3-gen, the gens are gonna go by slowly, but you're not gonna be able to slow them down, especially now.
I was say, did they see Adam over here?
Potentially.
I don't think they did.
No pallets left here either, so
Nope.
chases could be quick if found, but it looks like he's not gonna find them. He's just gonna keep the regression going.
Yeah, they didn't look in the right spot. I saw him running to the left of the shack, but I don't think they did. Gonna check the basement, but Adam's not there. They're gonna finish resetting, and yeah, I think after a full reset, survivors should be able to slowly whittle this situation down.
Yeah, I mean, as an M1 killer, like, again, you just hit them, they leave, and they reset. That's all that's really gonna happen for the rest of the game. The only thing that mixes this up a little bit is zombies in the 3-gen, especially with these speed add-ons. You can stop these gens from working for a while, and it can allow you to actually leave your 3-gen to finish a chase off, but the zombies are not in a good spot right now for this killer.
Do you think the survivors did that intentionally, leading the zombies away?
It's always possible. I mean, if your shot caller's in there and it's like, hey guys, you know, these zombies are gonna stop us from doing these gens, like, drag them somewhere. It's possible that they did that, and they now realize this Nemesis is not interested in bringing them into the 3-gen either, so they're kind of in smooth sailing right now.
Yep, and there we see they're just gonna start slowly peeling these gens apart. Adam getting live and getting away. Felix, however, not quite able to make as much distance. Probably will take a hit here. No! The geometry
not quite
stops.
the right angle.
Gen's still regressing in the shack though, but it seems like that's not their target anymore. It seems like this this open gen. I mean, there's multiple vault locations you can get away.
Yeah, these deeper gens, I mean, with the pallets being gone in that area, those deeper gens are much harder to get pressure on, but this one is near, you know, main and 2 tiles. You can always go somewhere.
True. Interesting pickup on the toolbox. I'm wondering if they still have charges on it. No, you're not gonna get that. That was too late.
Yeah, it's
zombies
possible.
are
These
back,
zombies,
though.
They're back. They're coming back to the 3-gen, and this is what this Nemesis needed, but they just need to finish off a chase at some point, because otherwise these gens are just going to go by, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Exactly, yeah. And granted, we've only seen 3 perks so far. There might be an endgame perk. The problem is like, if I was the Survivor Squad, I would have done all the totems by now. And if it's No Way Out, we'll take the 1 stack of No Way Out.
I mean, yeah, true. Or you could just ignore them completely, especially since the win condition is a 4K at 1 gen. If there is an endgame perk in play, I mean, you don't really have to worry about that as survivors. You only need to pop that last gen to win.
That is a good point. That is a good point. Will they be able to get the hit here with the tentacle? They will. Finally getting their tier 3. Honestly, this gen doesn't have near as much progress I would have expected from it. Yeah, look at that. They're leading the zombies away. Look at this ace go.
Yeah, it's like herding sheep, getting the zombies out of the 3 gen because that's the only form of pressure this Nemesis has to hold on to right now.
True. Zombies got to be pushing into this TNL. They might take a hit here, but they do have Dead Heart still. They use it for distance, but they go down. Survivor is working on the gen. However, we did see someone at Shack earlier. This may not be the only gen being worked on.
Yep, trying to get some hits to force those survivors to go reset to waste as much time as possible. They need to get this hook somewhere close to their 3 gen though, and the ace is crawling away, it seems.
Yeah, they've crawled a good distance away. I don't know what that was. Is that a failed skill check?
Either that or a vault.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, they're not gonna be able to.
They can get to the central hook if they want to go for it, but it doesn't look like they will, and they're gonna take this edge hook, which is not very easy to protect, especially if they're pressuring this gen over here.
Oh my goodness, there's multiple gens being done now. Oh, the sprint burst is so good there too.
Yeah, so much progress on these gens, and doesn't look like there's gonna be a pop goes the weasel.
Nope.
So all the pressure gone again. If they go reset, there's nothing for this Nemesis to hold on to.
Pretty much, and again, we haven't seen Shaq in a hot minute. There could be on Shaq. Felix already stopping that gen. Honestly, pop, Colorblind, anything would be great here for this Nemesis, but they have nothing.
Nothing to hold on to. No form of regression in play right now. So they have to rely on just getting some downs in their 3 gen, but these survivors are just denying that as much as possible, running as far away from this 3 gen as they can.
Yeah, dry kicks are doing absolutely nothing here. Someone has touched that gen. I don't know if they noticed it. Yeah, this might be lights out. I don't know how they're gonna hold this.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, it was a pretty tough win condition to have in the first place. Ruby Wolves played their Nemesis so well that, you know, it just put Arctic Wolves in such a rough position.
It really did, and now running into the Shack as well. I'm curious. Oh, that's why we're seeing those vaults, is because they're leading the zombies away.
Oh,
Zombies
yeah,
have cleared out. Oh my word.
Yeah. And they're able to pressure these 2 gens that are the most split. Running to the corner, it's looking like that gen's gonna pop them.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, there's 2 zombies being entertained by 1 survivor in the corner over there. Yeah, whoever's doing the callouts here is doing a great job of leading these survivors.
Yeah, absolutely. And they didn't finish the gen for that, but I think they're fine with that. Again, these survivors have all the time in the world to do what they need to do. They have all the pressure here. This killer has none to hold on to.
Truly, yeah. I think it's just a matter of time. I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet, but yeah, they're making sure they do it right. And there you go, the adrenaline popping as well. Everybody is reset.
Everyone's reset, and like you said, no haste status effect. Final perk, you know, no way out. It was no-ed, and them being able to cleanse all the totems, they didn't get it.
Yeah. And like you said too, it doesn't matter. They have achieved the win condition they were looking for. It is going to be in favor of Ruby Wolves here, as they needed to get a better than a tie, but the tied set goes to the match point here. And they already have an exit gate open. I imagine we'll see a 4 out here.
This is going to be a 4 out as long as it's played correctly. They open the further exit, but even a hit here is going to carry the momentum from the hit is going to carry them all the way to the exit. There's no way of getting it down here.
Absolutely.
Especially if it takes in play.
Yeah, body blocks coming in here. We were going to see a 4 out. Nemesis tried, but again, if you've got a Nemesis like Slow on your team, you know how to play against this killer.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain Slow was the one in the voice chat telling them to herd the zombies away. So that's going to be the 4 out. Really, really unfortunate to have such a strong or such a hard win condition to come back from on a weaker killer like Nemesis.
Absolutely, yeah. That was an insurmountable challenge by almost every standard, but they tried their best, and GGW play to Arctic Wolves, but congratulations to Ruby Wolves on the 3-0. Well played to everybody, GG's, and With that said, we only have one more match today, as one of the other ones was canceled at the 4 o'clock, but we do have a 2 o'clock one coming up shortly in about 30 minutes. So we will see you then. But honestly, I thought it was just a very enjoyable match to see some Nemesis. We saw like some sweaty Nurse, and then we saw some great Nemesis in the second half. Like, I was enjoying that.
Yeah, I always love seeing, like I said early on, the lesser picked killers are always so much more fun to watch for me than just seeing, Nurse and Blade every game. I mean, those games are fun and high action and fast paced and all that, but there's something kind of charming about seeing, like D tier killers being played in a competitive environment.
Yeah, that high octane stuff. I agree. Like, it's great from a killer perspective. Like, I love it, but yeah, eventually variety, right? But with that said, we'll be back in about 30 minutes, so thank you for watching. I have been your host, littlerugaard, and this has been Jukebox, who is supposed to be getting back into Twitch soon. Where can we find you, sir?
You can find me at JukeboxDBD on Twitch. I stream. As of now, I'm on a bit of a break, but again, I will be back once I fix some computer issues, and I play a lot of Plague over there, so if that's what you're interested in, come check it out.
A man after my own heart. I love Plague. The trick shots. Okay, do you like the new add-on where you get the extra arc?
In pubs, yeah. In comp, no. In pubs, I do like it. It has benefits and it has downsides.
Okay.
It's pretty complicated how it works with the downsides, but yeah, I'm a fan of it on certain maps.
Okay, bet. Now I got more to talk about, but I appreciate it anyway. But yeah, you've been watching Hammies of the Fog. We got one more match for you today. Stay tuned. Take care, y'all.